Welcome back to the League of Hustlers. Everybody says that you need multiple streams of income, right? Some people say
Right.
two, some people say three, some people say seven, some people say 10, right?
Whoa.
10, but nobody tells you how to. And in this episode, we're going to kick off a series that's going to walk you step by step in how to create those 10 streams of income. All right, let's get it. Let's go. Welcome back to the League of Hustlers. And right into
Welcome to a noble society of young urban entrepreneurs sharing knowledge and building wealth. Welcome to the League of Hustlers.
The hustle is in your bones. It runs through your veins. It's that ambition to do more, become more. You can feel it. You know you have what it takes. You know you can build a life you've been dreaming of. It's time you live up to your potential. Welcome to the League of Hustlers.
and you know what it is. All right, I'm your co-host HT.
All right, I'm CD Barnes.
And this is the League of Hustlers. And today we're going to be talking about something that we've been working on for a really long time. Let me share my screen here. And it's pretty dope. We're excited about it. We think you guys are really going to enjoy it. It is something that's going to be really beneficial for you because everybody is talking about creating multiple streams of income, but nobody is actually telling you how. And so what we did is we took a whole year, all of 2021, we were working behind the scenes, okay, and figuring out what are the actual steps. Let's come up with a whole strategy in terms of creating those multiple streams of income, but not just creating them, actually managing them, okay, and then optimizing them, right, and making them self-sustainable, so that you can create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many you want to, because that's the key. The key is being able to duplicate the process, okay? And you know who we are, right? It's the League of Hustlers, baby. We've been at this for 3 years now. 3 years. We're going into the 3rd season, all right? And we're about that mindset and financial freedom, okay? Getting your mind right and that financial freedom. And of course, we've won awards. You've seen some of it. We talked about some of it on the show, but that's not what we're here about today. But we want just to kind of put it in context. We're not just some random people giving you some random stuff, right? We've interviewed tons of people on the show. We've behind the scenes talked to tons of people, right? And what we did is come up with a strategy. All right, a strategy that anyone can follow, a simple formula that anyone can follow. All right, the Dream Stream is what we're calling it. And it's essentially an easy to follow workbook that walks you through creating, mastering, and maintaining multiple streams of income. It helps you define achievable dreams, choose your perfect opportunity, plan your strategy, and systemize your success so that you can enjoy the life of your dreams, okay? The concept is to be able to create a stream of income that funds one of your dreams. It pays for your dream. Then you got another dream, boom, another stream of income, okay? And I'm reminded of, and CD and I was talking about this the other day. It was a clip. I can't remember who the guy was that was saying it, but it was like, yo, the difference, if you would just take one side step, right, before buying something that you want, right? You want that car, you want that house, you want that whatever, you want that vacation, whatever it is. If you would like put it on pause for one moment and just take a side step and create an income stream that'll pay for that, that is the key. That is the difference. Just take one little side step, right? So instead of going ahead and paying for it, in full or whatever, going ahead and buying it, going ahead and, taking out the loan or getting that lease or whatever, just take one side step and create an income stream that'll pay for it itself. That is the key to financial freedom, okay? And so this is the overview. You want to grab that, bro?
Yeah, so essentially we broke this thing down into steps, all right? And here you are, simple, step 1 through 10, one being visualize success. Then we're going to take account, bridge the gap, select your opportunity, plan, plot, strategize. Then we're going to get down to the execution phase. Then we're going to simplify and strategize. After that, we're going to talk about maintaining and optimizing that stream. And then we're going to talk about allocating your resources, which is major. All right. And then by the time you make it to step 10, you should have achieved the very goal that you set up in step 1 in the visualize success step. So simple 10-step strategy, man, that you can just walk through from beginning to end and kind of bring your goal to fruition. And this is something that you can repeat. You can set up multiple streams using this, 9-10-step formula right here. It's very simple. And it's a great way to, number one, get started and also maintain, which you can see in number 8 is like maintain and optimize. That's the big part of it. All right, let's say in step 1, your dream was to get this mansion that you needed, and you somehow you got the money and you got it done, but you failed to maintain the stream, and then now you can't support that lifestyle anymore. You understand? So now you got to downsize, you got to sell, or you get foreclosed, or whatever the case may be. But either way, we're talking about, creating, mastering, and maintaining multiple streams of income. That's what this whole thing is about. And, this is pretty much the overview of it. You want to go ahead and flip to the next one? Let's go ahead and dive right into these things.
Yeah, man. So first up is visualize success, as you see right there. Okay. But before we go there, one thing I want to speak on is the fact that each one of these steps, right? Each one of these steps, we have systematically and carefully thought through the critical information that needs to be captured and the critical action steps that you need to take. And we've created worksheets for each one of these sections, okay? And that's gonna be the key. The key is that with each one of these steps, you're going to be able to write down, whatever you need to write down, think through. It's going to help you think through whatever you need to think through. It's going to help you document what you're doing. So the whole concept is to have this one workbook, all right? This one workbook that you're able to refer to and just keep track of. That's going to create that one stream, right? Then when you're ready to tackle your next stream, you download another workbook or, buy the physical copy. So that way you have something in hand, tangible, that you can step by step go through each one of these. So with each one of these steps, there is some type of guide, right? And it varies depending on, which one we're talking about. But it's going to step you through, right? Each step and walk you through whatever it is that you need to do for that step, all right, of the process. Okay, so the first one is visualizing success. And this is like one of the most fun sections, right? Other than actually the last, step,
Right.
The first one is visualizing it, right? And just dreaming, right? So the key points to this is that success varies for everyone, right? Different people have different visions of success. One thing that we talk about a lot on the podcast is that, like the word rich, right? It has different meanings for different people. For me and for us, what rich means is not just like money wise, it's not just like cash rich, but that's also rich relationships, right? Rich health, rich wealth, rich mental capabilities and capacities, rich spiritually. You see what I'm saying? So when we say rich on this show, we're talking about that whole holistic approach, right? And so the same thing with success, it varies from person to person. You can ask somebody else what rich means or what success is, and they'll give you a whole different, definition. But just understand that your success, what your definition of success is your definition of success, right? Elon Musk's definition of success isn't going to be the same as my definition of success. He's trying to, his definition of success is landing, on Mars or some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to land on Mars. Like, have at it, buddy. You know what I'm saying? There's enough going on down here, but just understand with this step, visualize your success, right? So understand it's going to vary from person to person. Don't try to copy somebody else's success, right? And don't try to pattern your success off of someone else's success. Just come up with your own definition of success. So you define your own success, okay? Define your own success. What does that look like to you, right? How are you spiritually, right? How are you emotionally, right? What does a successful you look like spiritually? What does a successful you look like emotionally? What about health-wise? What does a successful you look like health-wise, right? Of course, monetarily, right? Wealth-wise, what does your level of success look like monetarily, right? Relationship-wise, what does that look like? How are you viewed in your community? Okay, and I'm gonna switch off of this, but how are you viewed in your community, right? What does that look like, right? So visualize your success. What does your level of success look like? And really just sit down and just let it flow, right? And in the workbook, there's, prompts that ask you questions where you can just fill it out, right? Just start filling it out. What does it look like? What does it look like? Just dream big. Don't put any, constraints on it.
Right. No
what
limitations.
do you really want? Yeah. What'd you say?
No limitations. On this particular part right here, you don't want to, no limitations on whatever your dream is. Don't be afraid to really express that in this particular section.
Right.
It's your dream. If you have the idea, do it big, do it way big. It is achievable, and you'll see as we go through the steps, as you're progressing through the workbook, you're actually going to be planning out the actual success of this dream that you have. So don't be afraid to dream big.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And in an effort to keep these episodes like short and quick, we're just going to stop on visualize success, right? So make sure you subscribe, and then we're going to come back and talk about all of the other steps to this process. But we just wanted to introduce it to you, right? And, speak on each one of these individually, and they build upon each other, right? These are like building blocks. So don't skip around. Make sure you watch the entire series. All right. First step is visualizing success. You got to know where you're going, right? You got to know what the goal is. All right. And so in this step, you're going to create your whole vision. All right. No holds barred, as they say, right? Don't hold any punches. Visualize your success. What does that look like? where are you living, right? How is your day-to-day activities? One cool exercise to do is to just write down. So one thing, I don't have it here, but excuse me, one thing that I did is come up with, sheet of paper and then put hour blocks on it, right? Like starting at 4 a.m. to 5. So I put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down to, like 12 o'clock at night or something like that. And then on each hour, what are you doing at each hour, right? You're waking up. What does that look like? What are you meditating? Are you doing some yoga? Are you fixing a smoothie? Next hour, what are you doing? Maybe you're making breakfast. Maybe you're doing this. What do you see? Where are you? Are you in the library in your mansion? You see what I'm saying? So really visualize, really break down each of those hours and break down what that looks like. Are you waking up on an island somewhere, right? So visualize success is the first block, all right? Anything else, bro?
No, that's it. I think that's a perfect way, though, to get the vision out there, man. Just kind of lay out your dream lifestyle. No limitations, whether it is you want to wake up and hit the jog on the beach,
Right.
Whatever it is, lay it all out, the way you're eating, the way you feel, and really walk through all of that stuff.
Right.
Whatever success is to you, map it out right here. We got the whole worksheet for you to walk you through that. It's beautiful, man. And going through this process will land you right there,
Right.
And that's the beautiful thing about the dream stream is that, we start with this idea, with this vision, and then we're going to go through the process of actually bringing it into fruition. And then, of course, the last step is, realizing that success, living in it. So,
yep. So
really cool stuff.
Yeah, man. And first step for you guys, make sure, like I said, make sure you subscribe. Okay. Make sure you get on the email list too, right? Because I don't know when you're gonna see this episode, but maybe it'll be available by then. Probably not. Maybe so. Just depends on whenever you're seeing it, right? It's something we're putting the finishing touches on. So make sure you get on the email list. Okay. Go to leagueofhustlers.com and sign up for the email list so that you'll get notified when we release it. Okay. Because we're definitely going to send out like a mass email to everyone and letting you know that it's ready to go and available. Okay. So make sure you subscribe, right? Because we're going to do this whole series, right? So with the series, we're going to be talking about each of the sections, right? But we're going to have the actual workbook that you can download and then work through yourselves. Okay. So with each section, of course, like we do on the majority of all the episodes, we're going to ask you to take action, because the only way that any of this is going to pop off, the only way you're going to reach your goals is if you take action. So at the end of each one of these steps, we're going to ask you to take action. And that action is going to be to do whatever it is in the workbook, right? Do the worksheets in the workbook. Okay. So that's it. In a nutshell, we're going to come back, next week with taking account or take a count, right? Taking accountability or taking a count of where you are. Okay. So stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed. If you have any questions, hit us up at questions@leagueofhustlers.com. Yeah, man. Anything else, bro?
That's it. Stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you get on the mailing list. All right. Plenty of updates coming out about this. We'll have some freebies and templates to go along with the sections, as long as the whole workbook that you can hit up at shop.leagueofhustlers.com. So be sure you check that out. You see, H is sporting the classic League of Hustlers tee. The League of Hustlers fitted. All right. If you like that type of stuff, man, make sure you hit the shop.leagueofhustlers.com. We got tons of gear there for you. Go ahead and get your merch there. And that's it, folks. We'll see you next week. Stay tuned.
Just like that. Make sure you guys stay locked in. And as we always like to say, go get it. Hustle up. Go get it. Cheers.